born in the Americas live in the United Kingdom. We have a trade in goods and services in the hundreds of billions every year. We have lots of shared values, and we work closely together in so many areas that we will discuss during the course of these 3 days. The United Kingdom looks forward to continuing our close collaboration with the OAS, its member states, and all those represented here, as we work together for a more prosperous future for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Timeline. Para concluir este segundo.
And to conclude this second segment of permanent observers, let me offer the floor to South Korea. And I invite the Director San-Luk Jung, Director for the Americas.
Thank you, Chairman. It's a great privilege to participate in the General Assembly of the OAS, and I would like to extend gratitude to the host country, Republic of Peru, as well as the Secretariat for organizing this meeting. This year marks the 60th anniversary of Korea's establishment of diplomatic relations with 15 Latin American countries and the 41st years of Korea's joining the OAS as permanent observers. During these years, Korea enjoyed a beneficial relationship with Latin America and the Caribbean, despite geographical distance. From expanding commercial ties to political support for peace of the Korean Peninsula, the Americas have been our reliable partners in the international community. And we wish to improve our bilateral relations with Cuba, the only country in the region that Korea has yet to establish formal relations with. We ask for the American state's encouragement and support in this regard. The main topic for this year's General Assemblies, Together Against Inequality and Discrimination, is timely and relevant. These considerations have always been at the core of Korea's ODA in this region. From support to refugees and $5 million of ODA in this region last year. And we are committed to keeping doing more. Going forward, we plan to double our future ODA effort on green and sustainable economy and digital divide. Through these efforts, we aspire to be America's partner that not only stand together against the pressing challenges like inequality and discrimination, but also one that navigates toward a better future together. And taking this opportunity, I'd like to highlight Korea's financial contribution to OAS for promoting development in this region. I believe our contribution also has been serving the spirit más derechos para más gentes. In a different but related note, Korea very much welcomed the Alliance for Development of Democracy, which was established by the Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, and Panama, and recently joined by Ecuador. Distinguished representative, in June, Korea has officially placed a bid to host the 2030 World Expo in Busan. Busan is a beautiful port city that is synonymous with freedom and prosperity, and has already been home to many international big events of the highest order. For more than a century, World Expos have served as a marketplace of visions to solve the most critical challenges to the world, as well as a trend-setting occasion for the future of world economy. At Busan, we will address climate change, digital transformation, and inequality to map out a future for our planet, prosperity, and the peoples. It is our sincere wish that Korea and its partners of the Americas will share our experience of the past and the vision for a better future together in Busan. We ask for your support for our candidacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director John. Con estas intervenciones.
With these remarks from the second group of observers, I wish to now offer the floor to the heads of the delegations of Argentina and Ecuador, who have asked to speak for no more than 4 minutes. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. In response to the message expressed by the permanent observer of the Great Britain on the question of the Malvinas Islands, The Republic of Argentina wishes to remind those gathered that the Malvinas, South Georgia islands are an integral part of the Argentine territory and being illegitimately occupied by the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland are part of a international dispute recognized by the Resolution 2055 of the UN General 2065 of the General Assembly and the process of decolonization, where it is recognized that there is a sovereignty dispute and an exhortation to the parties, that is, to Great Britain and Northern Ireland and the Republic of Argentina, to renew negotiations with a view to reaching a peaceful resolution. Since 1833, Great Britain and Northern Ireland occupies illegally territory of Argentina. That persistent colonial action has led to the settlement of a population there that responds to directives from the United Kingdom of Great Britain, the Northern Ireland, in this colonial action. Argentina has maintained clearly that the principle for the free or self-determination of people, a reasoning on which the United Kingdom bases its argument, is inapplicable to the controversy between these two countries having to do with the sovereignty over the Malvinas, Southern Georgia, and South Sandwich Islands, and the maritime and insular areas, in keeping with the resolution of the General Assembly and the Special Committee on Decolonization. If there is a people to which it is left to express the illegitimate usurpation, it is the people of Argentina. Unlike other colonial cases in which the General Assembly has recognized the applicability of the principle of the free determination, self-determination, none of the resolutions on the Malvinas Islands make a reference to that principle. The territorial integrity of a European state, such as the case of Ukraine, it is also worth noting that the United Kingdom, in a similar situation, occupies illegally part of the territory of Argentina, violating its territorial integrity and the legitimate rights of the Argentine people regarding that portion of our national territory. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you to the delegation of Argentina.
Now, the head of delegation of El Salvador has the floor for 4 minutes. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Salvador recognizes and is grateful for all the messages offered by the heads of state and observer nations that are here today, which reflects the interest that their nations place on the strategic outlook on the region, underscoring the importance of this annual dialogue, which is an opportunity for us to strengthen the historic relationship that we've had over the years between observer nations and member states with whom we share values, principles, common goals along the 4 pillars of this organization. This particular event is important because it's being held within a regional and international context, which is quite complex, calling for short and midterm actions for us to tackle common challenges, overcoming the pandemic, climate change, inflation, just to mention a few. El Salvador is grateful for the contributions made by the permanent observers in key areas to the region, and especially for my country, such as security, migration, electoral observation missions, assisting displaced people, the fight against poverty and inequality,